Strength and silence aren't enough to keep you alive.
What's up, guys and girls? Lazy Dragon here, and we're back with Silent Batman. Apparently something happened last episode. I can't really remember what it was. I just know that we were very, very quiet and rather lazy. Also, I think we threw some modern art at someone. That might have been a thing. To find out whether it was a thing, why not click on the link below?
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the dent
So far, this is 100% accurate representation of what happened in the last 3 videos. Everybody else was talking amongst themselves, and we said absolutely nothing.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal?
Catwoman said that without moving her lips. Didn't realise she was a ventriloquist. Absolutely amazing what you can find in superhero comics these days.
This is Selina.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces. Falcone's calling card. The chemicals. Where are they?
We're all being played here, including you.
Bloody hell, this is a long flashback. If you've seen the previous episodes, you already know what happened. And of course you did see the previous episodes because you are loyal viewers and you enjoy all of my quality content. And I actually made it through that sentence with a straight face. Well done me, I'm getting better at this whole lying malarkey. It was a dark and stormy night in Gotham, because that is the only weather conditions they have in Gotham. Dark and or stormy. It is never just a nice happy day in Gotham. There are no rainbows there. It is a sad place. Oh no, we're not doing the origin story bit, are we? We covered that last episode with like a 30-second flashback. We know what happened. They go down an alley named Crime Alley because apparently the Waynes had balls the size of fucking icebergs. But as a result, they end up getting shot.
But you should see this. I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld.
Oh, all the characters we could have focused on. Why do we have to focus on the parents? Also, first silence of the episode. So there are so many great characters in Batman's universe. Why do we always have to go back and do the origin story? Every time.
I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
Damn it, Bruce, you're not supposed to be talking.
Truth is,
You're ruining the
they
game.
were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible.
Are you saying little billionaires are evil, Alfred? Are you saying if I went to Bill Gates' house, there would just be a giant dungeon where he's locked all of his competition?
Thomas was a good man in many ways.
I don't think you're correct, Alfred.
He was not immune to temptation. Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle.
Why are we just now learning this? We're supposed to be the world's greatest detective. We've been Batman for 2 years by this point. You would have thought that at some point during those 2 years, we would have put together the pieces that the biggest mob boss in the city was friends with our dad. Why are we just now figuring this out?
I know it's a lot to take in.
That's it, just sit there and pout, Bruce. That's all you're good for.
I had my
Sit there and pout and relive the origin story for the 50th time.
But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door.
Sure you could. It's
Everything
very
I
easy
did,
to walk out the
everything
door.
I've ever done was out of love for you.
Aww, he loves
I hope you
us.
can forgive me.
What do we say? Do we forgive him? Are we still family? Ah, you all know what we're picking. Silent treatment.
I understand. Just know, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, great. We've got Alfred following us
This is
around
the
from now on.
first time I've been back here
Maybe
since
he'll
that
put on a
night.
cape and start
When the
serving
police
as
called me
Robin
to
the Boy
collect you,
Wonder.
I thought they'd finally arrested your
Now
father.
that'd be a story worth watching.
I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big.
Well, if he was too big, he would have been a very easy
There
target.
it was.
You could close your eyes, fire a gun, and probably hit some part of him. What we've learnt so far is that our dad was evil and very, very fat.
Doesn't quite add up. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
Yes, let's never waver from the story. Let's move on past the origin crap and get to the Batman stuff.
That's wrong. Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
You are the world's greatest detective. How in the hell did you forget details for over 20 years from an event that you were at? That doesn't make any sense. Fine. We'll play your little game, but I expect some good Batman action after this.
I want him standing here. Right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
Oh, the Batman, he would just stand there and stare at him silently. And that's all Batman does these days. I mean, would we really want Joe Chill to be here now? Because about 20, they just said 20 years have passed between the mugging and when this game is set.
No one mourns for Joe Chill.
So Joe Chill, he's probably going to be in his 50s or 60s by this point. We would be beating up a pensioner. And Batman is many things, but I don't think he runs around smacking grandmas. You don't deserve this wheelchair. I shall use it to batter you over the head.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken. Your mother was brave as well. They would be so proud to see what you've made of yourself.
What, they formed a sandwich. Why is the mum hiding behind Bruce? Bruce was tiny. He's not going to protect her. His small, childlike body, not really the sort of thing you want to use as a human shield.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
Nepotism
I
much.
never knew that.
What is happening to the
There's always
background?
somebody.
Why is it fading in and out to black? What is happening? Are the graphics still broken? Well, at least Bruce Wayne's neck is facing the right way this time. But now we've just got random plaque splotches showing up on the screen.
Where exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, you don't have to do this. And the gun fires.
And after that?
Alfred, it might be kind of nice to offer Bruce the umbrella. You know, we're walking around here getting covered in rain.
In that recollection.
You're nice and dry. You're supposed to be the butler. Do you have maybe a spare
Do I
umbrella?
really want to know?
No. Why do we keep Alfred around? He's provided nothing useful this entire game and made us relive the crappy origin bit. Yes. Actually, how did we end up over here? Bang, bang, yeah. The dad goes down, then the mum goes down. What has happened to the graphics? If I got the cables plugged in, is this a problem on my end, or is this a problem with the game? His mum is still using Bruce as a human shield. Martha! What the fuck fuck is wrong with these graphics? Ooh. Ah, right through the eye. Somebody call The Walking Dead, because Carl has got out again. Stop fading to black. I'm the one that's supposed to make the screen fade to black. This is really bizarre. Hang on, I need to check I've got everything plugged in here. Why is it all black? This doesn't add to the story. It's... Okay, hopefully it was just the flashback bits that were messed up there.
It wasn't a bug. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Oh, I mean, that's absolutely great. Yay, we figured out what's going on. Can somebody fix the graphics on this thing, please? GCPD, 8:56 AM. Apparently Batman can just walk into the police office at 9 in the morning. Maybe he's got his own office in there. Maybe they have the interns bring in coffee. Oh no, well there is Bruce Wayne. That's considerably less interesting.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to
Bruce Wayne, the Telltale game, doesn't quite have the same ring to it. We're all here to watch Batman beat thugs. And not talk to anyone. That's why we're here.
This better not come back to bite us.
Yeah. Shut up, Harvey. You built like a brick shithouse. Yada yada yada. Go talk to the wolf for a bit.
Of course you think you're entitled to this kind of access. I blame
Damn right I think I'm entitled to this kind of access. I'm Bruce Wayne, mofo.
The press made us pay.
The press made us pay last time because you suck at your job.
Look, I'm all for blind support.
Ah, you're all for blind support. Excellent. Then you don't care what I'm doing in there.
First you shut me out of that meeting with Falcone. Now this? Fine, don't tell me. I hope none of this comes back to bite us. I don't want headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen,
He's a very selfish man.
we finally put Falcone in.
He
his
doesn't
cage.
care anything about Bruce. He's
Thanks
just
to the
interested in a
information you
debate
gave
against
me,
Mayor Hill.
He won't ever get out.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Ah, see, at least Gordon likes us.
I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing.
Well, to be honest, this is all we
everything's been a
need.
little
Gordon's
busy.
the only good character in the game. We know Harvey's going to evil
You
up
never
at some
struck me
point.
as a humble guy, Bruce. Your friend gave us the whole case against Falcone. A catalog of his entire criminal empire.
And if you want to see us give the catalogue of his entire criminal empire to the GCPD, why not check out the video below?
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you. Despite
For those of you wondering, Sergeant Renee Montoya is a lesbian. Just thought I'd throw that fact in there.
We're keeping Falcone in the infirmary.
Because this is, after all, an educational channel. About
Tell
random
that they
useless
wanted to
bits of
kill
pop
him,
culture.
but he held back. He cares about doing the right thing.
Batman does care about doing the right thing. Unfortunately, we can't say that because we've glued our
It's great
lips
to know
shut.
he's out there watching over the city.
All right, Falcone's inside. You say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
Oh no, a dialogue-heavy section. How's this meant to work? Glad to see they didn't shrink the font for the episodes. Episode 2 in the biggest letters they could find, just the same as episode 1.
The hell? Bruce Wayne? You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me.
That's because your own wife doesn't spend her evenings dressing up like a bat.
Hey, your father was more of a talker.
Yeah, I'm more of a starer. Dad was always the talker in the family,
Tommy
I
and
just
I were
sit here and
close.
watch.
More than friends. More like cousins.
Like, special
Going back
friends?
decades.
Super special friends with benefits? What relationship are you implying here, Falcone?
I can see that. Maybe you think I had something to do with his death? Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh?
This is great. He's playing 20 questions against himself.
Killings, and they were never.
Damn it, Bruce. You've ruined the game again. You're not supposed to talk.
Family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to your dense party. Maybe I should have spelled it out. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you. It's a damn shame.
How big
you
is this
asked me.
closet? Why is it only full of birthday presents? Do you not store clothes in there?
Your
I
father
mean, you look like you could use a decent suit right about
and
now.
me, we ran this city. Still do.
What?
God damn
My
this
father
pain.
still runs the city despite the
think
fact he's
through
been
it.
dead for 20 years.
Morphine's on the side there.
Oh my god, zombie
Be a good
politicians.
boy and help Uncle
That'd
Carmine
be a far
out.
more interesting story than Bruce Wayne's origin, except this time it's slightly different. Zombie politicians versus Batman. Hopefully that's the sequel. Hurt him, eases pain. Where's the do nothing option? Which one requires less effort? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, something, something, Batman.
Not here to take care of you. You deserve.
This requires more effort than I thought it would. I thought we were just going to stab him with the needle, like, give him a little prick or something like that.
How much of your old man is in you? What kind of son did he
This is what Bruce Wayne is into. Choking men and then just staring at them.
Apple didn't fall far, did it? You got that Wayne core. He loved you, you know. He did it all for you. He protected his own.
Enough with the origin stuff.
on his bad
Give us a
side.
villain. Give us someone that I don't have to use dialogue
Worthless than any
against.
of us.
Silent Batman doesn't work if I keep being forced to talk.
Made us all rich, including you. Some people just have the mind for it.
Yeah, our zombie
most
politician
brilliant
father
man
was
I ever
great,
knew.
whatever.
What, you really think I ordered the hit? Sure, I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
That's
So
a
who
plot
did?
twist.
You can't trust anyone.
It's not really much of a surprise, we're only in episode 2. We probably won't find out who killed them till episode 4, at the very earliest. Ooh! That's bad. That's a big death. Why did you kill that man, Sergeant?
The bastard had to die.
Well, now who am I supposed to be silent against? It's no fun if I'm by myself and silent.
Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one
Get a
can see
doctor.
her!
The man's been shot through the head. I don't think a doctor's going to do much now. Well, there I was, saying we weren't going to see anything interesting this episode, and suddenly we've shot someone in a hospital bed. Well, we haven't. She has. And now she's falling asleep.
Deep shit.
Apparently now is a great time to take a nap in a police
I
station.
bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest
Oh,
crime.
I
running
would
in our
question her
grasp.
for you, Harvey, but as we know,
This
I
close,
can't
we
talk.
were this close.
Why are we not celebrating? Gotham's biggest crime
This whole damn
crime
force
boss
riddled
is now
with
dead.
corruption.
That is a
Someone
good
must have
thing.
got to her, Jim.
It'd be like somebody
Just doesn't
shooting
make
Al
any
Capone.
sense.
I don't think people would be that upset.
She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims.
And now he's dead, so he can't hurt anyone else. It all works out in the end.
Cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains. Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying.
Are we
that
done
have
with the
shooter in
political
custody.
stuff yet?
Details are
Can I
still
put my
coming in.
underwear
We're
on the
investigating.
outside of my trousers and run around punching poor people?
We can't act until we know the whole story.
Well, a simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we
That-
need
that
to
is a very
complex
simple fact,
facts,
Harvey.
how
Well done.
and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney,
Have you never heard of knocking? We're in the interrogation room with a prisoner. I wouldn't just burst in.
Still need answers.
No, don't leave me in here. I can't question her. I don't have a
Tell me if
voice.
she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Maybe we can write... What was that stare Bruce just gave her? What was that creepy ass stare?
Good God.
Oh, I'm alone in the room now with the passed out cop. What shall I do?
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try.
Now we're going to take pictures of it. Bruce, this is not putting you in a good light, my friend. You refuse to talk to anyone, now you're taking pictures of unconscious women. This... Lazy Dragon does not support these actions. Let me just make that perfectly clear.
Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood.
Oh god, now he's drugging them as well. Bruce, why? Bruce, stop.
Her veins. Still visible beneath her skin.
Oh my god, she's got veins. She's a normal human being.
Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Next level immersion right there. Having to swipe to send a text.
Where am I?
I fear for the state of video games. If in 5 years' time that's all we're doing. Swipe to send text.
What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
I could tell you that something terrible happened.
Everything is such
Or
a
I could let you
blur.
sit there and wallow by yourself.
Oh,
We're just going to sit here and stare.
Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
Fuck's sake, Bruce. Every time.
It
Stop
would explain
talking.
a lot.
I will
Listen,
sew your lips shut
You
if I have to.
Believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never, never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just
There's an
felt
injection site on your
light.
neck. I know, because I
Like I
put it
could
there.
do
Also, I took
whatever I
photos of
wanted.
you whilst you were unconscious.
No guilt,
Nudge, nudge, wink,
no
wink.
consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was
So
that
we're
I had
hunting
to
for an
stop
invisible
that.
man that whispers in people's ears.
I had to, no matter
What the
what.
fuck sort of villain is
The
that?
reasons why I should've. They were a million miles away.
The invisible man with a very quiet voice.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me.
A hand on her
Hair
arm.
with a
There's some invisible
The
man
voice,
out there
it was
puppeteering
saying
everyone.
Something about revolution.
Revolution? My god, Penguin said something about revolution. Penguin can turn himself invisible.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's
Something
lawyers.
tells me that's not going to be enough to make up for the fact she shot
How
someone
is
in
she?
the head.
Did she tell you anything?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I murdered a man in cold blood.
I was drugged, Lieutenant. Please, please believe me.
I do, of course I do. Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice.
See?
saying
Worked
something
out in the end. Didn't even have to say anything.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Are we not trusted to be near the forensics team?
Get a lead on
Are
whoever's
we going to try and steal the chloroform? That's what this Bruce Wayne seems to do.
What are you doing here? My friends in the
What are you
GCPD
doing here?
have been telling
Who are
stories
you? Which one?
about
Oh,
somebody
you're the
who's locked
reporter
up.
lady. That's okay.
Where
Cool
is there
guys don't
shots
talk to
fired
reporters.
Near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Just gonna keep walking. Not gonna say a word.
Oh, don't be like that, Bruce. Talk to me.
We can't talk
Word
to
is
you.
you turned over
That's how the
enough
game
to
is
Falcone
played.
to put him in Blackgate prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now you're
Yeah, that's what I do to uninvited guests.
can't
If you
afford
show up
to
at
be
my house, I'll throw you in
associated
prison
with
for
understand.
life.
I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me
How does she
something to
know that I'm not a mute? I've not said a single word to her. How does she know that I don't have some sort of disability that keeps me from talking to reporters?
Disappointing. Maybe you have more to do with this than I thought.
I don't like you, Vicky. You're mean to disabled billionaires. Although I don't think we'll ever see a charity for disabled billionaires. I can't think many people would donate to that. Get a GoFundMe page going for billionaires that refuse to talk to people.
Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his
Oh, we're bringing out the drones again. Are we still storing them in our anus? That's where we stored them last time around.
The chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scanned on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he
Is that
met his
irony?
maker? Thrown in
I'm not
his
sure if that's
bed,
irony.
Surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him. No
Yeah,
one
well,
will miss him.
we haven't got time to discuss the finer concepts of irony right now.
Before he was killed.
We need to study some more drugs.
What did you learn from him?
I learned how to give one hell of a stare, Alfred. That's what I learned from him.
I imagine you've got a lot on your mind, considering the last few hours.
It wasn't Falcone.
No, I'm just a bit of a dick who refuses to talk to people, Alfred.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds.
Okay, so what do? You just
were fine drugs.
put one on top of the other?
It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses.
A weapon that removes moral filters. That sounds like a really bad weapon.
The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy, or out of control.
Is there anyone out here who actually understands chemistry? All I'm doing is pressing buttons,
Both
and
compounds
apparently
seem
this in some way helps.
They're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind?
Right, so we've got an invisible ventriloquist who runs around drugging people.
Drugging others to fight them
The
for
plot
you.
thickens.
No one is safe. Your drones are in position to...
We still don't have any Batman action. We've got drugs and murder and more of the bloody UAVs to play with. But still no Batman. It's almost hypnotic watching that drone. Select a drone to search for Oswald's cell phone signal. I mean, with Bruce Wayne, couldn't we just phone up the cell company and say, hey, I'm a billionaire, tell me what I want to know? Also, does nobody notice these drones flying around? It's okay, we found Cobblepot. He's in a giant lighthouse by the looks of things. Skyline Club. Oh, where we just were. Oh, well, that's convenient. It will save all of the artists from having to design a new location.
Get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne.
What, has he moved into the club?
It's time he met the
Is he
Batman.
sleeping in Falcone's bed? Although unfortunately, now that we do get some Batman action, we've run out of time. So I'm going to have to end this video here. It might be a bit of a dick move, but I think it's quite funny. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll put some links to the rest of the series so far in the description. And until next time, farewell everyone.